Let's get into it. So the main issue with Subterrors is they're turn 2 players. You just can't play through boards usually, especially with a well-established board from like Dragon Link or Tri-Brigade or any of those like board breakery kind of things. Sometimes even just like a solo Trident by itself can be a major issue to the deck. Just in like chaining to the activation of a hidden cities can be game breaking for you. So Traptrix, luckily, don't make this a problem. Versiculo allows you just to extend off practically one card, as long as it's a trap. Like negating a Guru or a Hidden Cities doesn't necessarily turn to the end of the world, and it can be a game you can claw back from with the help of Serra, since it's a kind of absurd card being able to go +2 every turn. With the help of cards like, Lost Wind or Titanicider or some other like recurable cards, that's usually the case where you just go plus constantly every single turn into boards. So we've got one Amazement Arkello. One of the main reasons I'm only playing one is it feels like you want to see Time Ticket more than Arkelino. Ticket just allows for more things you can do. I understand on the chance of you losing the dice roll and you opening up Arkelino in your opening hand is pretty big. It allows you to basically resolve card effects a lot faster if your opponent's playing it like a trap-based deck. And it also allows you just to get a beat stick on board pretty quickly to beat over any problematic cards before you actually make your plays. Which is something I've considered. But I feel having Ticket is like a multi-role card, being able to like search or just set and activate is a lot more useful. Not only that, but Ticket has synergy with Serra. Just being able to have a trap that's instantly able to resolve is very strong. And next we've got what's pretty much the only hand trap of the format, Ash Blossom. It is like a main deck card. It's the only hand trap you should be running. If you're brave enough to run Gamma, then by all heads do. But there's a lot of control decks in the current format, and it's just very diverse. You got like Medolce topping events, and I feel like Gamma just doesn't do enough to be worthy of running in the main deck, especially when your boards can be pretty full. Then we've got a pretty standard Subterror monster lineup: 2 Fiendish, 3 Guru, and an Archer. Amayastrix is it's a card, but there's just no space for it. One card that I have been considering is Subterror. Wow, what is the card called? Cave Clash. There we go. I chuck it in the deck sometimes I don't. It's so good because you just go +1, but if you can't get it active, it can be a dick card pretty often. Yeah, I feel like Cave Clash is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if there's any reason to play it in this build, since you're going plus like so hard with your Traptrix and your Subterror engine that any more is a bit pointless. Yeah, I'd rather see, like, in my opening hand, you see one-offs pretty often, right? And you don't want to see Cave Clash. Like, that is my main reason. This in your opening hand, that's just one card that could have been a negate or a floodgate, and it's just not. Traptrix lineup is going to be super controversial. I understand that people like Dionea, okay? I understand completely why you run Dionea. It's a +2. Or it's easy to plus off it anyway. But the main issue with Dionea is you're relying on its normal summon. I see the special summon like interaction with getting your trap holes back is really strong, but it's just something else you don't want to see in your opening hand. Like, if you're playing 3 and 3, this is the card you want to see when you open, right? And you basically have an equal chance of opening up Dionea or Mamelo or Mantis as opposed to just Viscalio. And it's just to cut down the ratios. Like, you don't want to see these cards that are just like hard normal summons, and they don't extend much beyond going into Serra and searching for a card. They're not the worst. By all accounts, Mantis is probably one of the best. since it allows you just to like special Viscalio, and obviously trigger your Sarah like straight away, which is really good. If anything, like running more copies of Mantis might be an option. Like 2 or 3 Mantises is definitely on the table at the moment, just because it's so strong, and the quick effect is like fine. As I've already gone over the time tickets, they're good. Necro Valley? Ooh, this is the main reason why it's over 40 cards, but there are so many decks in the current format that just use the extra deck. Like, Lightning Overdrive's out, right? And Drytron is definitely going to see a lot of competitive like viability. There's just been an extravaganza. I can guarantee that Drytron will pretty much take up the majority of top cut. Come at me if I'm wrong, but it's just such a strong deck at the moment. You know, you got Fafnir, and the newer Herald is just bizarre, and Necro Valley shuts it down really hard. Obviously, you're not going to see it much. It's a card you should probably be playing at free. But it's just like so little space. Like with all the things I'd want to run, this would end up being like a 60 card deck, but there'd be no consistency. So yeah, there's that. Prosperity, it's quite difficult to use Prosperity in this deck, to be fair, because you end up using so much of your extra deck. Most of these are just like tech options, like Link Spiders if you go into like a Dino matchup. Anima is just an extender for Celine, to get like an extra pop-off with Access Code Talker. Gagagaffa Game comes up a lot. I mean, I've only been testing this build with this extra deck for about a week or two, and from what I've done online, like Gagagaffa Games come up twice, and I feel like if I didn't use it in them instances, I would have lost. But it's an extra deck. Anyway, I haven't even finished off the main deck yet. What am I doing? Set rotation. Obviously, you're playing Necro Valley, so for access for Hidden City, I don't mind my opponent having Necro Valley, since like Viscalio is probably going to be the only bit of like graveyard to field interaction. You know, that banishment movement that Necro Valley shuts down. These are the only amazement cards we're running. It's a Book of Moon, and it's also a negate, so they're good. 2 punishment. The card's insane, especially with Enters or Omega, obviously. It's so good, why am I only running 2? The amount of times I've opened 2 copies and it's like, oh, this is a dead card, is pretty often, since obviously, you know, it's a hard once per turn. Woo. 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. It's one of the best Trap Hole cards. It shuts down the card when it's summoned. It just can't do anything. It's pretty funny playing against Eldritch, and like their Golden Lord is just set face down and they can't do anything. Or if you're playing against like Dragon Link and you just set the Wyvern Buster and like, I guess I'm just not extending today. Gravediggers, absolutely insane. I don't need to talk about it. The amount of times I've like burnt people for a game of Gravediggers is insane, especially with the synergy with Kularia. How you pronounce that is kind of bonkers. It is a very good card. Very good. I feel like the price of it is definitely way too low at the moment as well. What is it, it's like 20 quid? Free Judgment, best card in the game. 2 Final Battle. Ooh, I've been playing with Free. Free's good. Free's good in this build, because like you want to see it, because it means Sarah just activates every turn. Like, no problems. And Summon Limit, bit controversial. I do play TQB on the side. I just feel like it's better in the main at the moment. Like, a lot of decks, like Prank Kids and Dragon Link, can kind of play around it. And Summon Limit just goes, oh, 2 summons? Yeah, that's it. Or they'll go, you know, Alistair into Secure Gardener. And you're like, ooh, you're going to activate a Summon Limit? And they activate the Summon Limit, and you go, oh, not Summon Limit, they activate the Invocation, and you go Summon Limit, and they just neg. It's like, yes. It's pretty good stuff. Side is definitely something that needs work on. Dimension Shifter is just so good at the moment. I said that Ash is probably like the only hand trap you should be running. In my opinion, it's like Ash, Lancia, D Shifter. and that's all your bases covered. That's like the only ones that you should be running. Droll is a possibility if you're scared about playing against, Dragon Link or just combo decks in general. But going up against decks like Shaddoll, it's kind of useless. But Ash hits everything, and so does D-Shifter. Unless you're playing against Grand Magi, in which case, God help you. Standard back row removal package. Triple Mine. There's some decks that we just lose against, right? And mine sorts that problem. Honestly, there is some scenarios where you just end up playing Mystic Mine deck with like Metaverse and Starlight Road. It's happened a lot. It's quite sad, but it wins games, so I'm not complaining. Anyway, extra deck, I haven't properly covered it. Serra, best Link 1 in the game. Coloria, best Link 2 in the game. The amount of advantage that these cards like facilitate is dumb. On Celine, it allows us, if we like start building up a big board, to just like OTK with Access Code Talker or get around problematic cards with Barrel Load. Maybe thinking Barrel is just a dumb card to run. Why the hell are you running this? But it's like the main Dragoon out. It's come up more than I'd like to say. It's still a good card. It gets around like every problematic like wall card in the game, since it doesn't target, which is always good. Also, your opponent can't like react to its effects. Oh no, it's just a attack reduction effect. But hey ho. Link Spider, Anima, as I said, these are just like techie targets. Also Anima for the extra Celine Call. I've said it before. Rafflesia, insane card. Allowing to just activate Trap Hole from deck. The protection's also relevant. Alameris, it's just this last effect here has won me so many games as well. Like I said, I've done quite a bit of testing to get to where I'm at with this deck at the moment. Gaga, funny card. Zeus. I don't have this in my like IRL build yet. I need to get a hold of it. It's the only card I'm missing. And the 2 Mystic Mines. And the Floodgate. I'm missing a few things actually from my like real life build. But Zeus is dumb. Just be able to board wipe is like not even funny. It's actually depressing. What else was this card? Yeah, that's also apparently an effect. Stardust for Road, obviously, and then Omega and Entis, as I said before, for punishment targets. But yeah, that's enough rambling. Let's get into some games. Yeah, first I'm gonna play some casual games just to show you what the deck can do. I'll play a couple of ranked games afterwards. It feels really cursed playing 42 cards, but ooh, this hand is not good. Or is it? Oh, we haven't played the game properly. Oh, is this gonna get ashed? If this gets ashed, we're kind of in a bad position. Not the worst position, but not a very good one. Yo. Okay. This, make a Serra, and we'll just set free and pass. Right. Here's where we just get feathered and FF. Oh god, I'd feel so much safer with just a Guru on board, but yeah. We could get some advantage off offering this over. Oh, imagine if this was a Waking the Dragon. I'd actually cry. Yeah, so Waking the Dragon, I can already tell it. But it's funny. This is gonna be funny if this is Awakening Dragon. Oh, we need a link spider. I have a feeling this might come up. This won't, though. I'm gonna need that in a second. I don't think this will. Okay. Horror House is nice. So is Time Ticket. I kind of want to take the Judgment, though. Yeah, I'll take the Judgment. Yeah, and from this board state, it's pretty goddamn difficult to lose. Like... Oh no, my internet. Oh, bro. Okay, yeah. 160? Pog? Yeah, easiest mistake. That's fine. Right. All we need to do is not lose his turn. Doable. Okay, so what's Overdue from here? You know, I might just Fiend this. Like, in all honesty. This is a tense moment. Misk. Damn. That's rough for this guy. Holy shit. I mean, you can spec the Misk back and make some plays. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna summon them at him. Oh shit, has he got it? Yeah, nah, I'm alright. CO1 on Rose. I mean, not on res, but you know, okay. Dang, this guy actually has a response in A. See, in my opinion, he's just going to attack Sarah because he thinks it's going to give me an advantage, which is fair. But what I'm going to do next is flip Guru, such a Fiendess, make Gaga for game. Or we could just draw Fiendess off the top. It's really that easy. Sometimes it's difficult to be this good at this game, you know. If he ashes this, that's like fine. Yo. All I need to do is not put that card in that column. Actually, there's a few things I need to do. I can still not get anything. Hey, there we go. Gaga game. Yeah, good card. Hey, and I'm Screech. I know you're watching this video. It's a good card. I swear to God. I swear to God. But anyway, yeah. If we didn't have Gaga, we would have still had game. Actually, would we? Probably. Yeah. That's just funny. Anyway, I'll do some more videos in the deck. I'm really I'm liking how it's performing at the moment. There's a lot to change with it. There's a lot you can change. It needs optimizing. Necro Valley engine probably a bit too much, you know. But it sets up for like siding in Mystic Mine, which is like a thing. But yeah, I perhaps just need to make it a little bit less techy and streamline it a bit more. I've seen a lot of builds with Subterrors just playing like the two judgments, and then what is it? What's they usually cook down on? Like some decks don't even play Floodgate or just play like the one Gravediggers, which is not something I'm unopposed to.